Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to Monday, October 28 spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Fiona Cook was challenged by Sarah Horton in the town square over her freedom. Fiona then drank her martini and gave an explanation of how she was able to get off the hook. Fiona soon acknowledged, though, that all the bluster was a facade and that the alcohol had made her anguish less intense. Fiona admitted that she had made a mistake as usual, but she would stop at nothing to repair the harm she had caused. Xander Kyriakis and Philip Kyriakis squared up at the Kyriakis estate during Monday's Days episode, when Fiona requested Sarah for a last favor. Kristen DiMera left the Kyriakis family drama after deciding to leave it. As a result, Justin Kyriakis had to act as a mediator between Philip and Xander. As it turns out, Victor Kyriakis reportedly signed a letter that Philip received that expressed his hope that he could have amended his will to leave Titan to Philip. It wasn't an option because at the time Philip was feigning death. According to Philip, this letter was sent to the mental hospital where he had previously been staying, but he had already left for Victor's burial in Salem. Philip had finally received the letter, and he was now prepared to defend Titan. Philip resisted Xander's pleas to end the case when he described the serum scenario. Since he allowed Fiona back into his life and failed to recognize her true nature, Philip actually pretended that Xander was to blame for Sarah's paralysis. Xander grabbed Philip violently, and Justin forced him to calm down. After Xander left abruptly, Philip justified his behavior to Justin. Sarah updated Xander on Fiona's independence after she got home. Additionally, Sarah gave Fiona her farewell letter, which included an apology and the wish that perhaps she would one day win Xander's forgiveness. Xander was angry that Fiona had not been brought to justice, but he was relieved that she was no longer there. Only the first vial of the serum had been given by Kristen, so Xander was ready to break the awful news. On Monday's Days program, Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, found out his brother was returning to Paris and praised Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn, for all of his assistance at the townhouse. Although he was aware of the potential treatment for Sarah's paralysis, Eric was suspicious of Kristen's intentions in making this agreement. When Kristen finally arrived, she had broken Brady's old automobile and handed him the keys to a brand new, extremely costly vehicle. When Brady mentioned the serum, Kristen reassured him that Xander already had the first vial and that they would arrange for the second one shortly. Gabi Hernandez DiMera, Sherry Jimenez, greeted her cousin Javi with a heartfelt embrace at the Hernandez residence during the Monday's Days episode. Following her sympathies for Javi's mother, Gabi informed him about her upcoming divorce from Stefan DiMera. Javi was eager to start over in Salem, so Gabi encouraged him to remain at Rafe Hernandez's house. Additionally, Javi was thrilled to be hired by Gabi as her new assistant. On Monday's DOL episode, Ivan Murray persisted in following Vivian Alamane's instructions at the DiMera home. Following the incident, Ivan made sure Stefan was still breathing before tying him up and placing him in a car trunk. When Ivan revealed that they were going to Alamania so Stefan could start over without Gabi, Stefan finally woke up with ropes holding him and lost it. Despite Stefan's protests and his desire to express his love for Gabi, Ivan closed the trunk on him. On the divorce documents, Vivian falsified Stefan's signature. Stefan's wedding band soon arrived at Gabi's house with those signed documents. This alerted Gabi that her marriage was truly over, despite her desire to fight for it, and she began to rely on Javi for comfort. Vivian and Philip finally met, and Vivian predicted that Titan will soon belong to them. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Philip and Vivian's partnership will soon cause further commotion, so keep an eye out. When the time came, we ought to have realized that Days of Our Lives Stefan would be unable to bid Gabi go. Unfortunately, after his mother decided their love was over, she abducted him to Alamania, leaving him with little choice. The real nasty labor of drugging, tying up, and throwing Stefan in a car trunk was, of course, left to Ivan by Vivian. View our recap of today's episode to see what transpired. She has killed plenty of people in her time, so it's not that she's scared to get her hands dirty, but when it comes to actually manhandling someone, she goes to her faithful manservant. However, people who haven't watched in a long time might not know who Ivan is. He wasn't with Vivian when she made her final trip to collect Victor's legacy, but he has been with Madame since the beginning, that is, when she first appeared in town and shot Alphonse Lebec in the back for threatening her nephew, Laurence Alamania. Although he was always devoted to Vivian, Ivan Vera, who played the role from 1992 to 2000, began as Laurence's manservant. Additionally, the two quickly became inseparable. Even though she never fully returned the favor the way he would have liked, Ivan has stayed deeply in love with the woman he insists on calling Madame despite all of their transgressions over the years. But crime, we guess, is one of the few things that binds people together. Additionally, over the years, these two have breached numerous laws. Ivan assisted Vivian in her crimes from the beginning, concealing the death of attorney Lisanne Gardner at the hands of her grandson Nicholas, whom she was mistaking for her own son. When Madame refused to return Nicholas to his biological mother, Ivan then provided Vivian with a much-needed helping hand in killing Carly's patients and buried her alive. Ivan remained by Vivian's side as Stefano made her comply with his demands, helping her with everything from helping the Demera patriarch flee Salem to kidnapping Marlena at the Phoenix's request. They even plotted against and with Kristen and came up with a variety of crazy schemes while wearing even more outrageous disguises. "I kind of miss some of the madness," says Louise Sorel. "I had a sheep and was a hyperthyroid Heidi. I was a woman from France. I was a man. I plummeted from an aircraft. At one point, Ivan and I were like a box of French fries. He was a hamburger. Just crazy, really. I adored everything about it." You can read more about Sorel's thoughts on Vivian and Ivan as well as Philip's future here. After winning the lotto, the criminal partners eventually left town in 2000, only to eventually drift apart. Ivan went on to become quite wealthy and successful in Bollywood, and when her new henchman, Gus, proved to be too much of a sociopath even for her, he returned in 2011 to offer Vivian a leading part in one of his movies. However, he and Vivian were unable to leave Salem permanently, and in 2020 he returned to inform Vivian that Stefan had a twin brother named Jake, whom she was unaware of. And in 2021, Ivan and Vivian, played by Linda Dano at the time, were both imprisoned after Ivan assisted her in kidnapping Eli and Lonnie's children. The two are back together, so we assume he served his sentence as Vivian did. We can tell Vivian is serious when Ivan is present. He assists her in her machinations more than anyone else. Heck, by warning her against going too far in initiating Stefan's divorce, he has already saved her a great deal of trouble today. Hopefully, after Stefan is taken care of, he will return. It's obvious that Vivian has more in store for Philip, and she will require all the assistance she can get to carry out her plan. Additionally, Sarah gave Fiona her farewell letter, which included an apology and the wish that perhaps she would one day win Xander's forgiveness. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.